today. I hope that this presentation is informative and applicable to you. We'll try our very best to make it so. Please ask questions throughout the webinar. Don't be shy. I will answer them at the end. If there's a question that I can't answer, sometimes that happens, I will make sure that you get an answer to it later on after the webinar. So in this presentation, we're going to talk about 3 online backup sales pitches for MSPs. Before we get there, we're going to talk about why online backup and recovery is important and what the industry overview and opportunity looks like, what features you'll find in the SOS 360-degree Partner Program, what features you'll find in our SMB backup solution, SOS ServerSave, a bit more about our data centers and infrastructure, and of course, 3 good online backup sales pitches, pricing, and then I'll take you on a tour of our dashboard, which ties together all of our image backup, endpoint backup, collaboration, and activity monitoring tools. So what has made online backup a growing industry and an industry that you want to be part of? 4 big things. Number 1 is the expansion of internet bandwidth. So of course, because it's easier to put things in the cloud and faster to put things in the cloud, of course more things go in the cloud. It's kind of like a river. The bigger a river is, the more water can flow through it and the faster it can flow through it. Unfortunately, maybe that was a poor analogy. My nature to technology analogy wasn't so great, but it's easier to put things up into the cloud, therefore more people do it. And therefore more people need to back things up. Decrease of host to storage costs. So when we put things in the cloud, it's cheaper to keep them there for a long period of time than it ever has been before. More people know what the cloud is. It's not this ubiquitous, strange, sort of scary thing. It's quite easy to understand what it is. It's a server farm. It's a data center. It's well protected. It's isolated. It will take care of your data. And finally, more people are creating data than ever have been before, and they're creating more of it than anybody ever has before. You're creating data constantly. Anytime you type an email, you're creating data. Anytime you type a text, really, you're creating data. Take a photo on your phone. You're always creating data. And it's very valuable, particularly to businesses, to want to keep that data and have it accessible at any time. And sometimes it's not just valuable, but it's required. The IDC, which is an analyst firm that we quote frequently, confirms that massive business adoption of online backup is near term. 16% of companies surveyed have confirmed that they're using online backup presently. 69% are evaluating it or planning to use it. That's a pretty big number, and it's a big market opportunity for you. So if you're going to sell online backup to businesses and enterprises, what are they looking for? The first thing I'm looking for is a total business backup solution, which includes backup and recovery for workstations, servers, laptops, and mobile devices. As bring your own device becomes more popular and more prevalent within companies, endpoint protection is going to become much more important. And being able to cover it with one single solution is key. Another feature that I need to talk about on this slide is not just online backup, but where you're backing it up to. Many businesses are also now interested in hosting a private cloud online backup solution, wherein they want to own the iron, and maybe it's an off-premise solution. Maybe they start their own data center, but they want to be able to back up to that specific solution. We can help you with that too. Does anybody on the line today want to host their own online backup or their own collaboration solution? Or are you looking for public cloud? We can absolutely help you with either, but if there is anybody that wants to talk about private cloud on the line, I want to make sure that I address that specifically. So please just type in the chat and let me know. So what is in the SOS 360-degree Partner Program? Whether you want to host publicly with us or if you want to host in-network, all of these features are available to you. SOS really offers managed service providers a business in a box. We know it sounds sort of cheesy, but it's absolutely true. And with this program, you'd be able to start selling in less than a week. All of these features come with the program. You actually get a file locker, which is a collaboration, secure collaboration software referral program included in your dashboard, which we'll talk about in a little bit. You get a website template, which you can customize. You can add content, you can change content, you can change metadata, you can update the branding, you can update the colors however you like. And you can also sell online backup on this site as well. You can have access to APIs that you can actually hook into your own website as well, which enable you to sell online backup via e-commerce, which is a really cool feature and included in the program. Of course, you get award-winning software, which you can rebrand for PC and Mac. There's no hardware purchase required. Even if you do want to host your own solution, you do not have to buy hardware from us. You can use what you like. You get sales and marketing materials, which you can rebrand and customize, and you can attend weekly live trainings for free. Many solutions out there charge for weekly free trainings, and we don't. We believe that you should be getting ongoing information about what has changed and what is new and what's important for you to know in order to serve your customers the best you can. How do we stack up against some other popular solutions out there? This is a quick grid to overview how we compare against Intronus, Doyens, Asigra, and XZ. I know there are a lot of providers out there, but these are the ones that we most commonly run into. So SOS offers a lot of things that other folks don't. What's very important that we do offer is 12/7 partner support and business development assistance. So if you need assistance in planning your sales strategies, marketing strategies, pricing, anything like that, our business development manager, Mike Zarudny, is here to help you with that. He's here to make sure that you sell online backup. There is integrated billing. So this includes this is in reference to, the website template that I mentioned earlier. You will be able to sell online backup on your own website. Just integrate with authorized.net or PayPal, and you'll be able to do that. We offer flexibility with data center hosting. Of course, you can host or we can host. There's no hardware required. And as basic parts of the software within our program, we do include a collaboration solution which is available as a revenue share to you called FileLocker. It includes Exchange backup and granular recovery, SQL backup, Windows backup, and of course endpoint backup. So let's talk a bit more about what's in the SOS product suite. So when you sign up for the SOS 360-degree partner program, you will get access to software that we call SOS ServerSave. And SOS ServerSave really is the entire right-hand side of this diagram. So these green squares, these green boxes that you see on the right-hand side illustrate what this software does. SOS ServerSave backs up system data. So if you have operating systems that need to be backed up with image-based backup, you can do that. If you need to back up application data like SQL servers or Exchange servers, the software is there to do that for you. And of course, backing up and recovering file data, so documents, images, emails, things that endpoints have. That is available within the solution. And you can do that for PCs and Macs. And also a great feature is that we do include iPhone and Android protection within the program. So you can back up photos, audio files, video files, applications, you name it, from your smartphone to the cloud. And this is not just available to you, the partner, but available to your clients, of course. So let's talk about SOS ServerSave. So how many of you on the line today are looking to serve businesses, or you already serve businesses? This is going to be the solution that you're interested in, if so. This solution allows you to back up endpoints as well as do image-based backup. So let's walk through what those pieces are. Number one is Exchange backup and granular recovery. This is by far the number one reason people tend to want to do image-based backup, because they want to back up Exchange servers and recover that data from an image. Exchange backup and granular recovery allows you to recover messages, granular messages. You can even search by word within the message. Let's say you're looking for the word manager. You can look up all emails with the word manager in it and recover them one by one. Bare metal image creator, of course, works on Exchange servers, Windows servers, SQL servers, SharePoint servers, and file servers. So you can do bare metal images of all of these things, send them to the cloud quickly with the online backup and recovery manager, and bring them back down and restore them to dissimilar hardware in the case of a disaster. Premier Website Integration, this is the website template that we spoke about a bit earlier. This allows you to have a website presence if you don't already, and it is included in the program. Mobile access and mobile backup. So of course backup for Android and iPhone, as well as recovery for those devices. So this is obviously a very competitive space. We're surely aware of that. And I want to talk a little bit about how the SOS program offers software that really stands head and shoulders above the others. Number one is in mobility. So we do offer access to almost any piece of data that you've backed up almost from anywhere. So not only can you access it from the web, you can access it from your smartphone with your SOS application. You can access it, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. You can access information universally. So if you back up data from one system, from one endpoint, you can access it somewhere else. It's of course password protected at every point, but just because you back something up on one piece of hardware doesn't mean that you also have to recover it there. You can recover it somewhere else. Our program includes unlimited seats per account. So while we do package our program by packages of server licenses, you can access, you can back up unlimited desktops and laptops, unlimited endpoints. We do not charge you based on that. The type of image backup we do is called transactionally consistent. So this is in comparison to crash consistent online backup. This is really important, especially if you have customers that have maybe an e-commerce business, or maybe they run a restaurant and they're consistently doing a lot of credit card transactions. It's data that they need to store. So the difference between transactionally consistent image-based backup and crash consistent is how the backup program talks to the server. In a standard crash consistent program, the backup solution doesn't talk to the server. It just takes the image when it feels like taking the image, when you ask it to. In transactionally consistent, it talks to the servers and says, hey, are you done making your transaction that you're going to make? Because I'm not going to take my image until you're done. If it does that, it prevents any opportunity for potentially losing that data that's in transit. With a crash consistent backup, you may lose that data in transit because the backup solution is not talking to the servers. This is a really important point about image-based backup that I feel is not often made enough. So if there's any other questions about that, please ask. I want to make sure that that's clear. Okay, data centers and infrastructure. We have 12 global points of presence. We have data centers in London, Toronto, Los Angeles, Houston, Dallas, Cape Town, and Melbourne. Our North American data centers are all represented on this map. All of our data centers are Tier 3 and Tier 4, which are considered military grade. They're all secured with 24/7 watch, video surveillance, biometric credential requirements, backup generators, temperature and humidity control. And the difference between a Tier 3 and a Tier 4 data center is really the uptime, and it's a very minimal difference. It's a difference between 99.99% uptime and 99.9% uptime. So the uptime is quite good. However, if you don't want to use one of our data centers, that is perfectly fine with us. We do have solutions that allow you to host your online backup solution in your cloud, our cloud, or any cloud. Let's say your customer has a specific data center that they want to back up to, or they've created their own. We can help you with that. So why would you want to host your own online backup solution in the case that you don't already? You might want to create a point-to-point network for very, very fast uploads. You might want to throttle upload speed, or you might want to decrease cost of your internet connection. In some places in the world, this is a more common problem than it presently is in North America, but in many places you do have to pay for the speed of your internet connection or the amount of gigs that you can upload. This does help you with that problem. So how are you pitching and pricing online backup? If you're not already selling online backup today, this is going to be especially interesting to you. Pitch number one, that of course is a staple, you need to protect your business from loss. So does your customer have valuable data on site? If they do, they need to be aware of the difficulty of data recovery and the security issues that they may be causing for themselves. So they may not know how expensive one-off data recovery actually is. Data recovery can cost upwards of $1,000 per machine, and that's a one-time fee. So let's say you didn't get back everything you wanted to get back, or let's say a disaster actually happens twice, then they would need to keep paying this fee in order to get their data back. Surely they're going to want to get their data back. Paying for regular online backup and actually doing regular online backup is far less expensive than this. Your customers also need to be aware of the fact that backing up on-site doesn't necessarily secure their data completely. If data is backed up on-site, of course it's vulnerable to things like temperature changes. Maybe it's raining and there's a leak opening in the roof and that lands on the server. There are all kinds of things that can happen on-site that won't happen in a controlled data center. So number two, how much are you spending on your current backup solution? Does your customer express a concern about the cost of their current backup? They may. They may even be backing up with a program that isn't online backup and it may be too expensive for them. You can probably provide them a more cost-effective and easier-to-use solution. So you can even make it simple for them, like by giving them a flat monthly fee. Maybe they don't already have a flat monthly fee. And you can also include ongoing maintenance and consulting in that fee. So your customers often don't know what they don't know. You will need to tell them that you're the expert in a number of areas, and hardware maintenance is one of them. And they may also need to get other software, such as antivirus, from you in order to make sure that they're actually protecting their entire business and all of their data comprehensively. So you might pitch them a total managed services solution. You might pitch them something like, do you have maintenance included with your current backup solution? So not only can I get you a less expensive, all-inclusive online backup software, but I can add my time and create a complete disaster recovery plan and ongoing support for not that much more. This ensures that you get recurring revenue and you're adding value to your customer. So they want to keep you around and they want to get technology advice from you. Not just about online backup, but about much more. So what's involved in getting started in this program? Most of our customers come in at SOS ServerSave 5. So this gives you 5 server licenses, which is what we refer to as image-based backup licenses. And you can use them on any machines you like. So let's say you have 3 Exchange servers and 2 SQL servers. You can definitely parse these out in that way. Now, let's say you have 4 SQL servers and 1 Windows server. You can parse those out that way too. You can do it however you want. It includes 1 terabyte of cloud space in addition to the 5 server licenses for the monthly fee of $399. There are discounts available for annual commitments. So of course, how much money are you going to make on this? How much money are you going to be able to make with a customer that you sell this to? We recommend that you charge $129 per month for 1 server license and 200 gigabytes of space. If you do that and you actually sell everything within your SOS ServerSave 5 program, you'd be making $246 per month. Of course, the more you buy and then the more you sell, there are quantity discounts available. So if you went all the way up to SOS ServerSave 25 and you had distributed all of this to all of your customers and you're charging them regularly for it, you'd be making $2,326 per month. That's a pretty healthy margin, and you're absolutely not capped out here. You can make whatever margin you like. We have many partners selling for 3 or 4 times this price. Are there any questions on pricing? I haven't gotten a lot of questions from this group. You guys have been pretty quiet, so please go ahead and ask away. I'll pause here for just a minute before we go into a demo of the dashboard. Okay, no questions, so I'll go ahead and go over to the dashboard. So this is where everything about the SOS 360-degree Partner Program connects. This is where you will see how many server licenses you have, how much online space you have allocated, which customers are using what. All of that is located right here. Access to all of your tools and all of your downloads, all available here within the dashboard. The dashboard is a constantly evolving piece of software, and it's quite beautiful and quite flexible. I'm very proud of it. We have a news and updates section at the top, which will tell you about new things going on, maybe new webinars that as a partner you might want to attend. The account usage section tells you which customers are using how much data and if they might be over. So these are the guys that, of course, you want to call and say, hey, you're over. I need to upgrade your account. It's a great money-making tool. In the activity alert section, you can see which accounts might need attention. This is a trial account, so this does have a lot of free trial users that have expired, which is why we have so many here. If I click View Activity, then it automatically filters for me all of the accounts that I might want to be concerned about. If I click on Details, it'll tell me exactly why I might want to be concerned about it. In this case, there's no backup progress events. Well, that's not good. You might want to call that customer and see what's going on, and see if you need to go over there and help them out. If you look at the warning accounts, you can also get a detail of what exactly has happened. This guy had a backup canceled. That's not good either. Why would he have done that? You might want to give him a call and find out and help him. And of course, you can filter for everything that was okay and perfect, and you can see exactly what happened. Backup was completed successfully. It took this long. This many files were uploaded. This many were unchanged. It happened on this day. These graphs right here tell you how many files are being backed up, the size of those files, and how much used space you have. So let's say you bought SOS ServerSave 5. Then you would have 1,024 gigabytes right here. And you'd be able to see your space used at any time. These tools right here are pretty interesting. This is where you go to create new accounts, to view all your existing accounts, and where you would also rebrand your software. So you can update your product name here, update your logo, and change the URLs within the software to go specifically to your site. Down here is where you'll have all of your software downloads. So this is all of your endpoint protection and image-based backup download software. And right here, you have this nice new thing called File Locker. So every partner immediately gets access to provide a free account of secure collaboration solution to their customers. When you're set up, all you do is just give this unique link. See how it has 849 at the end of it? That would indicate the partner's number. Give that out to all your customers. Give it out via LinkedIn, via Facebook, anywhere you like. And get them started on these free accounts. And then you, the partner, will remit 20% of their sale amount. We'll remit it to you on a quarterly basis. It's a great deal, and it completely comes with the program. No additional cost to get started with this. Are there any questions? I haven't seen any come through, but I'm more than happy to answer any you guys have. We are about ready to wrap up the presentation. Sure, Billy, I'm more than happy to go over pricing again. So this is how you come into the program with SOS ServerSave, which is about 90% of our partners do. We do have other programs that are simply endpoint protection and no server backup, and they are priced differently. They're simply priced by buckets of gigs. But this pricing right here is for SOS ServerSave. Most of our partners come in at SOS ServerSave 5, which includes 5 server licenses and 1 terabyte of space. And that starts at $399 per month. And if you do buy annually, you do get 2 months free. Did you have any specific questions here, Billy? You will receive a video of this presentation, and if you want a copy of the slides specifically, just let me know, and I'll make sure that your partner specialist emails them to you. John asks, is there a price for a single server? No, there's not. After you enter in the program at SOS ServerSave 5, then you can increase your server licenses by a single server. But this is the entry point for the program. So how many of you on the line today do not know who your partner specialist is? So if you have any follow-up questions after the presentation's over, you can definitely get in touch with your partner specialist, and I want to make sure that you all know who your partner specialist is that you can get in touch with. And if you don't have one, we'll find one for you. Billy doesn't know it. Okay, no problem, Billy. We'll find you one. Yes, Stephen, that would be your sales rep. Okay, any more questions before we wrap up today? I'll make sure that you all get followed up with by one of our representatives. And what they'll be able to do with you is called an ROI analysis. So they'll effectively take this pricing and then take into consideration who your customers are and what you think you'd be able to sell within, let's say, a 3-month time frame. And they'll show you how much money you'd be able to make. So if you had any questions or any qualms about this being an ROI positive venture for you, they'll be able to walk through that with you and show you. Yes, Stephen, we'll absolutely send out a recording for you, no problem. Okay, so it sounds like we are ready to wrap up here. Thank you guys very much for your attendance, and we hope to see you on board in the partner program soon. Take care.